This one, vibrant and waterproof. This one, a soggy, smeared mess. The difference? Sublimation and using the right materials. Hello everybody, Jennifer Maker here. It's a beautiful day to craft lasting, colorful magnets that actually survive real life. It starts with perfect blanks for blemish-free results, plus time and temperature settings that actually work. I've even tested different pressing supplies so I can show you which ones work best. To demonstrate, I have a set of 4 positive message designs that look amazing when sublimated. Be fearless, find joy, choose kindness, and stay positive. I can't choose a favorite today, so we're going to make all 4. To apply these designs to your magnet, you'll need to print them out using a sublimation printer loaded with special sublimation paper and ink. If you haven't done sublimation before, I'll walk you through those steps in just a bit. First, let's sublimate our blanks so you can see just how easy it is to make your own magnets. As with all sublimation projects, open a window and turn on a fan to improve your ventilation before beginning. Start by setting the temperature of your Easy Press to 360 degrees Fahrenheit or 183 degrees Celsius. Then set the timer for 5 seconds. I followed the time and temperature settings for MDF magnets in my Sublimation cookbook. Inside, you can find the settings for tons of other sublimation projects too. During sublimation, it's important to have a steady, solid surface to press on. This makes it easier to apply even pressure so you can avoid issues like blurring and spotty transfer. I tried using a silicone mat and even a silicone mat with an aluminum sheet underneath, but the results were just okay. The best, most consistent results came from using my Cricut pressing mat. This gave me even heat and great color transfer without blurring. Now lay out your mat and cover it with a sheet of clean white cardstock to protect it from any ink that might escape during sublimation. Next, grab your magnet blank. I'm using a high-quality blank that has sublimated with consistently great results. I even cranked up the temperature and pressed these blanks for a good 5 minutes to check, but there's no evidence of warping or bubbling. So if you've had issues with this with other magnet blanks, try switching to a different brand, like the one in my supplies list. If there's any residue on your blank, wipe it away using alcohol and a lint-free cloth. Or use a lint roller to remove any dust and debris that accumulates during handling. Then place it face up on your pressing mat and cover it with a sheet of white uncoated butcher paper. Cover the entire area of your magnet with the Easy Press and preheat the blank with medium pressure for 5 seconds to remove any moisture. Then lift the Easy Press and place it back on its base. Carefully lift away the butcher paper and set the magnet aside to cool. While the magnet is cooling, trim your 4 printed designs down to size, leaving about ½ inch of white space around the ink's edges. Since our magnets are small, you may be tempted to press all 4 at the same time. Resist the temptation. Pressing one at a time yields much better results since you get a nice, even press. So place the printed design for your first magnet face up. Then center the magnet blank face down on the print. You'll know it's in the center when an even amount of ink shows around all 4 sides. Use heat-resistant tape to secure each side of the magnet to the paper so the pieces don't shift during pressing. Carefully flip over the blank and place it on the cardstock-covered pressing mat. Cover your blank with a fresh piece of butcher paper. Make sure the temperature of your Easy Press has come up to 360 degrees Fahrenheit or 183 degrees Celsius, and set the timer for 55 seconds. These settings gave me the best pressing results, and they fall within the manufacturer's guidelines too. So cover the entire area of your magnet with the Easy Press and start the timer. To prevent your magnet from bubbling and warping, it's important to use heavy, even pressure when sublimating. With one hand on each end of the press's handle, press down firmly with your body weight. Keep the pressure for the entire 55 seconds. When the time is up, lift the Easy Press straight up to avoid ghosting. The blank will still be a little hot, so put on your heat-resistant gloves and then remove the butcher paper. Once the blank is cool enough, remove the tape and the print, then let the blank cool completely. Since the protective cardstock on your mat gets inky, and this can reactivate when heat is applied, remove the used cardstock and place a fresh sheet on your pressing mat between every press. And now you can sublimate your remaining magnets one at a time. You now have a set of 4 long-lasting sublimated magnets. The colors are bright and bold, and there's no warping or bubbling. Now, I love magnets with positive messages, but you might want a magnet set in your own personal style. Let me show you how easy it is to customize your own design in my Advance with Jennifer Maker program. In just one step-by-step workshop, you'll learn how to use Canva's tools and my specially crafted design elements to create a high-quality sublimation image that's totally you. Advance is all about helping you level up your crafting with hands-on workshops, fully customizable templates, and early access to my design library, all in a fun, ad-free learning space. Plus, you'll join over 15,000 crafters in a creative community filled with monthly challenges, inspiration, and support. Enrollment may or may not be open when you see this, so don't wait. Visit jennifermaker.com/advance to learn more and see how you can join today. Let's make something amazing together. Now, if you're ready to make these super fun magnets but need a little bit of help preparing your prints to save sublimation paper, here's what you need to do. First, download my free message magnet designs at jennifermaker.com/750 by saving the project or downloading it from my entire free design collection. To find it, look for libraries in the red bar at the top, then click either Get a Password if you don't yet have one, or click Enter the library. Search the page for design number 750 and click the link to download the designs. If you're not sure how to do this, visit jennifermaker.com/svgs to learn how to download and unzip files since the process is similar for this PNG set. Next, measure your blank's width and write it down. Even if you have the original packaging, always double-check your measurements just in case. Then measure and record your blank's height. Then open Google Docs in the web browser on your computer by going to jennifermaker.com/Google-Docs. Sign up for a free Google account to use the software if you don't already have one. Click Blank Document at the top left to open a new document. To use the space outside the current text area, you'll need to adjust the margins. Go to the File menu and select Page Setup to make the changes. Pick the orientation that best fits your blank. I'll check the Landscape box to match my magnet. Then change your paper size to match your sublimation paper and set the margins to 0 to use more of the page. Click OK to apply the settings, and now we can use the whole page. Then click the area that says Untitled Document at the top and type a name for the file. Go to the Insert menu, select Image, and select Upload from Computer. Then select your sublimation design and click Open. I'll use the Be Fearless PNG. The image might not load in the correct size to fit your blank, so select your image and click Image Options at the top. Select Size and Rotation, and keep the Lock Aspect Ratio box checked to maintain the design's proportions. To avoid any white edges after sublimation, I print my designs about a 1/4 inch larger than the blank. My magnets measured 2.95 inches wide, so I'll set the width field to 3.2 inches. The height field will automatically adjust proportionately. Click the image and select the Wrap Text icon from the menu that appears below it so you can move the design anywhere on the page. Then click and drag the image to the center of the page's top left quadrant. Now you can add the remaining 3 magnet designs to your document, one for each quadrant. Go to the File menu and choose Print. Select your sublimation printer under Destination. Click the arrow beside More Settings, and then click Print Using System dialog. Your print menu may look different. Just make sure your image is flipped or mirrored, that you've chosen the highest quality matte paper setting, and that the sublimation printer and paper size match yours. Load a sheet of sublimation paper correctly into your sublimation printer according to the directions on the package. Then click Print. Allow the print to dry before handling it, as the ink can smear. Once it's dry, it's ready to sublimate. I've had so much fun making sticker magnets in the past, but sublimating magnets is such a game changer. These magnets are sure to last for years to come. No need to worry about peeling edges or sealing the tops so the design doesn't fade. Just use a damp cloth to clean the magnets if they ever get a little dusty. These are so cute, and I love sticking them to my fridge. Now, anytime I walk by, there's an uplifting message to brighten up my day. And don't forget, you can learn how to customize your magnet designs quickly and easily in my Advance workshop. So if you want a different message or even a personal photo on your magnet, be sure to check out Advance with Jennifer Maker. I also have a Facebook group just for sublimation, which is a great way to see all the fun you can have with it and all of the amazing things you can make. Come join us at jennifermaker.com/sublimation-group. And I would love it if you would share a photo of your finished magnet with us in our group. I can't wait to see what you create. And that's it for today. Until next time, this is Jennifer Maker reminding you to craft a life you love.